I'm Praveen Kumar Sahu. My wife Chitralekha Sahu. I have been working as a service delivery manager in HCL Limited, Jigni. I have been staying in Bangalore since last 15 years. I have two kids, Prachi Parinita Sahu. She is the elder one, and she had written +2 science in year 2020, scored 97.6% in physics, chemistry, math and biology. She was a medical aspirant and she had appeared, she had written NEET 2020 and scored 696 out of 720 with All India rank 124. Since she was a medical aspirant, even before writing the exam for +2, before 1 year even I was not knowing about there is some counseling process that is being conducted to get a seat in a medical college, either government or private or deemed medical college. So by the time I came to know that yes, there is a medical counseling process, and when I had taken my daughter Prachi for the board exam, right, from there I came to know, I could see that there was a distribution of booklets was happening from Medical Mentor with all this, the processes, what are the requirements, everything, and from there I came to know, and really that gave me an insight that gave me a hope, right, that gave me a confidence that if I can get someone through a medical counseling, then if Prachi has a good score or as a medical aspirant, right, so I can get a good advice like Medical Mentor, and so that she can get an entry as an for an MBBS seat in a good college, right. That was my. So Prachi wrote the exam for +2, then she wrote the exam for NEET, and then she was expecting a very good score. And in addition to that, right, there are other medical institutions like All India Institute of Medical Science, JIPMER, right. So till 2020, before 2020, right, till 2019, they had a separate exam for the MBBS admissions, MBBS and other admissions. So they were not taking the students through NEET, but from 2020, all these institutions came into one single bracket called NEET. So there was no separate exam, and you know that the competition becomes very tough. And since NEET, since AIIMS and JIPMER, they took the medical aspirants or the medical admissions, right, through NEET, it was a bit tricky and it was not so easy to understand, right, how the counseling process will be for these AIIMS, the top medical institutions like AIIMS and JIPMER. So, and by that time, there was a webinar conducted by Medical Mentor, and I joined in the Medical Mentor. It was really amazing, right, the insight, the information that was being provided by Medical Mentor on that. It was really interesting, and I could get a hope that yes, if Prachi gets a good score, right, then she can get into a good college, and that was really necessary. And we all know that there are in NEET 2020 there were 16 lakh aspirants, medical aspirants, 70,000 seats, numerous medical colleges, whether government, private and deemed medical college. So it was a maze. Without having proper counseling, proper guidance, proper information, it is not so easy to get a proper, seat in proportional to your rank, right? So really it was helpful, and it was so much of helpful that before the actual counseling process started by Medical Council of India, there are many webinars that had been conducted by Medical Mentor. So by that time, the actual counseling process was started. All the aspirants, right, who had been for whom Medical Mentor had conducted the webinar had a real insight about how the counseling process, what are the documents, what are the information about the different colleges, what are the documents required. All those informations were handy with the aspirants before the actual medical counseling process starts. They're always reachable, right? So whenever you need any information, you have any doubt, right, apart from it is in both way, right? So they will come, and any update that needs to be provided to the medical aspirants, right, they will always provide the updates at regular interval of time, at the timely interval, right? So that was really helpful. And after the medical counseling starts, right, even medical mentors provided the insight, right, like a kind of hand holding, right? So like what are the documents required, what are the different formats of the documents that has to be there, even though you have a document available, for example, different what are the documents, but even they went up to the level, right, saying that this should be the format, giving examples, right, this is how it should be, this is what the signature in the document should be, right? So even though those are small things, right, but at the time of the admission, if you do not provide those kind of documents, even though you have a good rank, right, there is a chance that you may not get a seat into the medical college for which you are looking for. So though even that level of information is provided by the medical mentor. Even though Prachi had a good score, right, 124, it was easy for her to get a seat. But I can say that there are many medical aspirants, right, who may not have a good score, and that is where, right, your advice from the medical mentor really helps, right, to get a good college. There are two students having one is having a good rank and other is having a little bit lower rank, right? So even if you do not have the proper counseling, right, so the medical counseling process, the choice, the information that is being provided by medical mentor in the form of like the type of colleges, their faculties, their alumni, their fee structure, their rank, all those such kind of information which was really helpful. So those informations are being regularly provided by medical mentor. That really helps for an aspirant to choose the appropriate college what he or she was looking for. With the help of medical mentor and the counseling with all the information, right, so Prachi could get a seat in JIPMER Pondicherry, right, which she was actually looking for. So she is very much happy that this counseling process for medical mentor helped a lot to her to get a seat in MBBS in JIPMER Puducherry. That is what she was looking for. So I definitely really very much thankful to medical mentor.